Hello, everyone, and welcome on into Rome's Reality Podcast. We are here recapping episode 4 of Survivor Season 49. I'm here with Jake and also Kevin. Man, Kevin, how are you doing tonight, bro?
I am good, sir. I am good. Fire. That's what I want to say. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What about you, man? How you feeling, Jake?
Doing great. Fire, it represents your life. So I'm always trying to keep that in mind. And tonight was no different.
Very true. Very true. We had an
Some people
interesting.
got fired for the first time.
That is true. That is very
Yeah.
true. Because a lot of people have not had to play Survivor, essentially, up to this point. So that changed tonight, man. So, episode 4, we're going to just jump right into it, okay? And also, I do want to say apologies to anyone that listened to the last podcast for the audio issues. There was some static on my microphone on my end, so I had to warp the audio so you guys didn't hear static the entire time. So apologies for the levels being a little bit awkward, but we fixed all that for this one, so we are all good to go, man.
I appreciate you saying that because last week I got caught in the rain. I told you guys all about how I thought my headphones got all messed up. I heard that scratchiness, and I was like, man, I really do need to get new headphones. Turns out it wasn't me at all.
No, it was not you, Jake. No. No, it was 100% me, but I appreciate you, taking responsibility for it, regardless, and getting a new set of headphones. So, that's pretty awesome. But, oh man, all right, let's jump into episode 4, man. Audio issues fixed, we're good to go. We start off with camp life because Kella is down to 2 people, only the 4th tribe in Survivor history to go down to 2 players remaining, and it starts off, showing Alex and Sophie sleeping on the beach. They get absolutely soaked. Now, this is... I have some thoughts about this. I know we're going to probably make this one a lot quicker of a podcast, but I do have some thoughts about this. They just watched Jake get bit by a snake at that same location. Right. Am I bugging for not... I would not be sleeping near the water at this point? Am I tripping for, thinking that? Or, what?
Well, because why would you sleep next to the water at all, knowing a tide comes in and it's the literal ocean, so there could be massive waves at any point, and also there's venomous snakes in the water.
I mean, myself,
why would you?
I would definitely not. The snake's right in there, right? Like you saw, we had the manual, and they saw the manual, and the snake's in there, and you always knew the snake's in there. But the moment that Jake got bit, it became really real.
Oh, very much
that
so.
The snake's in there, so that's a wrap for me. But that's just me.
And this is the thing. I understand sleeping on the beach. I understand it because I slept on the beach.
You said you did it.
Yeah, almost every night. You know what I'm saying? I slept on the sand. It feels like a Tempur-Pedic. But you got to sleep high enough up on the sand because the tides change at night as the moon goes away and the sun comes up, right? So, as that happens, yeah, those tides are pretty drastic sometimes. And a random one will be way too high and it'll come up and hit you. So the fact that she got soaked and her shoe got floated away, it was just a really bad morning for Kella at the final 2 of their...
Jake might be gone, but the shoe bandit continues to live on.
That he does.
Shoes constantly getting stolen. It never stopped. It never stops.
Maybe this will be a trend with the whole season. Maybe this will just keep going. People's shoes will just keep disappearing in random ways.
He left the game, but his spirit survives in the waves.
In the waves, right where the snake was.
Yeah, it took it with them.
Oh man! All right, so then we are gonna head straight to the fake reward challenge. Yeah, Jeff says, guys, as you can see, we're set up for 2 on 2 on 2. Now, when Jeff said this, I was like, he lying. They are not going to sit out 8 people and have 6 people play in a challenge. I was like, he's lying. There ain't no way. He's joking.
That's so stupid.
Then he says, drop your buffs. Now, if the players are smart, maybe they'll realize, hey, this challenge is literally set up. This is either probably going to be in season 49 or season 50. They didn't just set this up for no reason, right? In my opinion, right? So I'd low-key be looking at it.
It's a classic Survivor fake out, Rome. Maybe you missed Jeff saying that.
A classic Survivor fake out, yeah. Because there's been so many of those.
Because There's so many classic Survivor fake outs. He does it all the time.
We
Like,
all
come
know
on, guys.
Survivor. It is Halloween season after all.
Oh man. Oh. So we are
It's
gonna
a classic
drop.
Survivor fake out.
We are gonna drop our buffs at the classic Survivor Fake Reward Challenge, and we drop our buffs at 14. Jeff says this whole spiel about numbers and how important numbers are and things like that. And long story short, we drop our buffs, and here we go. And I think that this swap that we ended up getting with the new Hina being Rizzo, Jawan, Savannah, Nate, Sophie, Matt, and Jason, and the new Kella being MC, Alex, Sophie, Shannon, Christina, Steven, and Sage. That's way too many names. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it's not. No, it's not. We're good. That's 7. That's not too many names. All right, so yeah.
It's so that season.
So many people. So yeah, thank goodness Sophie and Sophie aren't on the same tribe. That would have been chaos.
I was fingers crossed. I was paying such close attention. I want the two of them to interact.
I feel like they put like a blue buff and a yellow buff on like opposite ends of the thing, and they're just like,
Yeah.
"All right, you take this one, Sophie. Sophie,
Producer-
you take this
Are you
one."
giving them a producer experience, bro?
No. But you get what I'm saying. I think it's just funny that they ended up on different tribes. But I think so many people were hoping that they ended up on the same tribe for comedy's sake, because my goodness, if they would have went to tribal as two Sophies, like, oh man, like imagine the two Sophies are on the block.
There's no contingency plan.
Yeah, if the two
No.
Sophies are on the block, what would we do? Who would we vote for? Like if seven
I
Sophie
like
votes
the
get
difference. The difference is that on one of them we just drop the E. That's literally the difference.
red. Yeah, that is true. That is
And
true.
the way people misspell each other's names constantly on this show, like that's not even a guarantee. Maybe this is how the two of them get to the end. They're like, well, we can't be sure who you voted for, so you can't vote for either of us.
I mean, or they could just become the same Sophie. Just whenever one's gone, the other one's around. That way there's always one Sophie around camp at all times, so they never think to vote out either one of them.
It's like the Bella twins in wrestling.
Twin magic.
Exactly.
Rome, did you guys swap at 14?
Nah, we didn't get no swap because our tribes were even, apparently.
Boring. With Jeff that.
I know. And it's funny how Jeff says there was a plan, like the plan for 49 was a swap at 14. But we're doing it early.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that was the case, Jeff. Like, I don't think, like, I don't feel like swaps are ever pre-planned because we've only done a swap when we had to, right? Like, we've never done a swap where we didn't have to.
Jeff always claims that's the case, but look, I'm always like, why does it doesn't really matter to me, the viewer, planned or not. Like, you were at this point, one way or the other, you got to it, whether it was people getting bit out the traditional way or Jake getting bit by that snake. If you're at 14, you're at 14. I don't really care how you get there. I don't care what number you're at. If you feel like, as the producer of the show, now is the time for a swap, I'm going to trust you to do that. It's like, I don't know if do you guys ever play like Dungeons and Dragons or any like games like that? Like where you have like a GM with the screen?
No.
I have. Yeah, I have.
So, okay. So, well, maybe you might not be as familiar, but like, I'm sure you'll get the idea. Like, as the GM, you don't say the monster has 57 hit points. You're like, the monster's doing well. The monster's not doing well. You kill the monster. You don't give exact numbers. And like, that's what Jeff was doing here. And it's like, we didn't need to know that as the consumer of your product. Is that a decent metaphor?
Yeah.
Would that go in? Yeah. Would that be good at tribal council?
Jeff giving that inside baseball look of saying we were always going to do it at 14, but we got here a little early. So we actually had this challenge planned, but Jake left early, therefore we couldn't do it because this was going to be a 3-on-3-on-3 challenge.
No, a 2-on-2-on-2.
But now, I think this was going to be 3-on-3.
Jeff said it was going to be 2-on-2-on-2.
I know, but originally it was going to be 3-on-3-on-3.
Oh,
we couldn't do it because we lost a dude a day early. Therefore,
we haven't even had that in the new era though, where it's 3-on-3-on-3 and two tribes have 3 people sitting out. We haven't done that yet in the new era.
Right. I think the hope was that it wasn't 3-on-3-on-3. Hopefully, Keely pulled out a win, and we were we were gonna get 4-on-3. That was
Yeah,
the hope. that
very true.
was
It's like
the hope.
didn't have fire or food or whatever else. Flint.
Yeah, they don't have
Yeah,
The three.
they don't have anything. They're
that was the hope, but like it wasn't the case. So that's why they were like, we got to just do the swap now because we've gotten to the point where we can't go any longer.
yeah.
It
So
would have been great.
yeah, so we get this swap. Hina is their tribe, the new Hina. Kella is the new Kella. The Kella tribe has to go back to the Kella beach where there's absolutely nothing. And Jeff pretty
Bruh,
much says, head back to camp. And that's it. That's why we trekked all this way.
I hated the fact that they were like, okay, there's another beach that has a few things. We're not going to use that beach. We're going to use the beach that has nothing
We love to
intentionally.
just, yeah.
Yeah, this
And
was
then we're going to use the other beach that has abundance.
this was giving Survivor Fiji the haves versus the have-nots. That's what this was.
Yes.
That's what this was.
Yes.
And it's also Survivor Fiji. Survivor Fiji too. The 16
Well, Survivor Fiji 18, but
Yes.
yeah.
But then Alex is like, welcome to Kelly. We don't have much, but this is what we got. We got a worm pit. Welcome home.
We got a crab that's deteriorating, just chilling on a log. We got a lot of flies. We got a nice sandy area that you might get bit by a snake. You might get bit by a snake if you hang out there too long. But
if you gaze to the left, that's where fire would be if we had it. We haven't yet, but that's where we envisioned it would be.
yeah, we didn't
if
even
we
make
ever
a
got
fire
it.
pit yet because we don't got fire. So what's a fire pit?
Yeah, that's a pit where we would put fire.
That's our worm
if we
pit.
ever had it. It's day 7. Correct.
That's where we dug up the worms.
Right over there. That's where we get the worms. It's our protein source. Right over there.
Hella protein. Oh man! All right, so back at these camps, I'm not gonna lie. The next segment, we go back and forth between these two camps so quickly. Like, I really wish we would have stayed at one of these camps for a little bit longer, then went to the other camp because I feel like this was one big tribe. This, like, everything leading up to the immunity challenge just felt like one big tribe because there were so many conversations with so many people going down, and I understand it's all important, but not everyone went to tribal tonight. We really didn't need the whole, like, there was a lot of stuff that I felt like we didn't really need in this camp life segment. Like, we didn't need to show that Shannon's being annoying with her kumbaya stuff quite yet. Like, that could have waited an episode if they're not going to tribal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that even played really a part in this episode. I guess it showed the dynamics a little bit and like who might be on the bottom if they had to go to tribal. But aside from that, I feel like that was a lot of downtime that would just didn't matter at all to the episode, in my opinion. But I mean, we'll get to that when we get to it.
I think I attributed to you feeling like in one big tribe is because they are so committed to everybody wearing the same color as their original tribe, even after they swap tribes. And it's one of the biggest pet peeves of modern era Survivor. I don't know when they started doing this, but it looks so tacky to me. And it's so confusing when somebody's on, what are they, purple and yellow now or whatever.
Yeah.
If they're wearing all yellow and they have like a purple buff that's kind of like folded over itself so you can't really tell the color around their neck.
I mean, this is this is literally the first time since Heroes vs. Villains that the what do you call it? The cast photo that you take? They're literally they're wearing all their colors. Like, all the yellow are in yellow, all the blue are in blue, all the red are in red, all of them. So it's like you don't do that photo the day of the game. You do that before the game, like the day before. So like we didn't know who was who was officially on our tribes until the morning of the game starting, right? Until like we walked out and saw like a few hours before it started, literally. they knew at least a day before who was on their tribes. So, like, you know what I'm saying? So I can understand why these people feel so connected to each other, because they've literally had at least an extra day of getting to know each other and like knowing each other and stuff like that. And which is kind of odd that happened, but it's still interesting either way. So we go to the new Hina, and Sophie is the narrator pretty clearly. Like, she's one of the only people to even get a confessional in this first opening scene at the new Hina, right? It shows that she wants to be in the middle, and she wants to be the lost puppy that gets adopted. And in my opinion, she played that to a fiddle this episode.
Well, they did a great job, like having Sophie and Alex narrate their new surroundings, because they're the ones that were in the new position as they got split up. So they did a good job, like having them narrate, and they were not just narrating being in the new positions. They had them narrate the brewing Hina Keeley war as they the Hina what was the other tribe name?
Uli.
The old tribe name. Huli war, as they just sit back because they're like, look, we ain't got nobody. So we're just going to be a number for whichever one is going to be the victor. So we just go hang out, and they let Alex and Sophie really handle the narration, which was really dope.
Yeah, I did think that was pretty cool, because once we switch over to the Kela tribe, you know, Alex is the narrator over there, like you stated. He's breaking down how essentially things are the same, but he's feeling good, right? He's feeling good because it's a new change of scenery for him, like when it comes to people around him, right? So then it shows Steven wanting to work with Shannon and Sage at the start of the episode. This ends up changing at the end of the episode, but for now it shows Steven wanting to work with Shannon and Sage, right? And it also shows that their food situation is really not in the best spot, because they are on the old Kela tribe, so there's nothing there. So everyone's kind of reminiscing about how, oh, I've only had one coconut. Oh, we haven't had anything like this. And you get, you know, Sophie or Sage, I believe it was Sage. Maybe it was Sage. I think it was Sage saying, hey, we've been eating crab. We've been eating hermit crabs. We've been eating fish, which they haven't showed. So, like, who caught the fish? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, where'd you eat fish? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a big deal.
It was irrelevant. It was irrelevant for their tribe. They didn't care.
I mean, I'm wondering, though, like, who was the person that caught the fish? Like, who provided that food for them? Because that does matter a little bit, right? So if they did eat fish, who caught it? And why was that not part of the story? That's actually a big question for me. I never thought about that while watching it.
Matt?
Well, we have to.
You said what?
Matt, I guess, maybe? I don't, like, it was, I guess those two tribes were so, like, kumbaya, if you will, that I think they probably caught it. There was no shenanigans. They then fed everybody. Their confessionals were probably boring about it, and they kept it moving.
They fed each other equally? The person
they probably did. Like, you know what I'm saying? They divvied it up. Someone got their fair share. Nobody was wanted more because they were a bigger person or anything of that nature. It was probably no kind of shenanigans whatsoever. So,
and all of the footage of the people fishing was particularly boring, so they didn't want to add it to 3 seconds between scenes or whatever.
There was nothing funny. Like, they went out there, they caught the fish in a timely manner. They brought the food in. Like, there's probably nothing eventful.
Yeah.
Wow.
No conversations happened between them.
Yeah.
Silence.
They all worked together. They went fishing together. They probably like sang a song, like a Disney song, like it was Moana.
Do you guys?
And they all sang the song.
Do you guys feel like
about getting the fish?
Do you feel like Hina has characters on their tribe, like just in general, like just characters?
On the original,
the original Hina.
Yeah, original Hina. Yeah. I think Christina's a character.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Matt was kind of a character. I think MC is becoming a character after this episode.
Why? Because she
got
on the shoulders?
She was the all-star of that challenge.
That makes
I don't know what she's really done. That.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, I think just Christina.
Yeah, like her doing the Michelle Fitzgerald kick over the tower.
Yeah. And then like even when she's like in the camp and like her laugh, I think she has a little bit of characteristics. And then Steven's kind of a character too, but you've seen that from the both of them since the beginning. Like Christina doesn't have any confessionals, but like she has a lot of like in the moment stuff.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. That
But
would.
like that's kind of it.
Yeah. No, I was just wondering if anyone like really stuck out to you right now in the old Hina tribe. That's all. That's what I
It's
was.
it's hard to say because we've spent so much of the first 4 episodes with the old Kaylee
And now they're all gone.
that
So
it's hard. Yeah, they're basically all gone. Yeah,
I feel like this game literally started. Like I feel like we're literally watching the start of a new season. Like this episode didn't feel like it
it
was.
does.
It didn't feel like it was like episode 4. Am I bugging about that? It felt like it was episode 1. Like that's literally how this felt. It felt
I
like it
think
was
that's
episode
really
1 with 2 tribes.
That feels like a very astute observation. Like the first 3 episodes was the pre-marriage and then or the pre-game, and then once Jake was
Literally.
taken out
Well,
by the snake,
we
and
talked
that's
about
when
it last week. We like combined we had like 30 confessionals from Hina.
Yeah.
mm,
Like combined. So and whereas last as of last week, Alex had 27 confessionals alone
Jesus
yeah,
Christ. Yeah.
through 3 episodes.
he's a
Right?
regular Russell.
And so
But
yeah, so like it was like a first episode for these people from Hina. Like that was, and then outside of RIZGOD and Savannah, like it was very similar amongst everyone else on Huli.
This
So
vote. This
it
vote.
was
This vote reminded me of Gada's first vote when they voted off John, and it was between John and Andy. This is, in my opinion, the exact same thing. There's an obvious group that has the majority. It's between 2 people, and they're just voting out who, in my opinion, they feel like is the bigger threat at the time, right? Like once Matt threw out Nate's name, that was it for Matt, right?
and that gets to the end, but like even through the whole episode, like we get through the because we got a very long new Hina, new Keely part, and we got like a lot of like in the new Keely, we got a lot of Shannon Sage, right?
Yes.
In the new Hina,
Wonderful.
we got a lot of um old Healy or old Huli preparing for the inevitable who of Hina's gonna go home. And that's what we got in those 2 sections, but we got a lot of that, and it was the same like one note
Yeah.
for both of those things. And so and as we know, come like 12 or 13, we're gonna be hitting the merge anyway.
That's what
So,
I'm
like,
saying. We're
a lot
literally
of
about
this-
to merge next episode more than likely. If the new era follows its pattern, the mergatory is going to be at 13. So like
Right.
they're all about to be on the same beach next week, unless that doesn't
So
happen
you,
for whatever.
so you got to
reason.
get through like one vote. So you basically got to do this for one vote. You got to get through one vote of this, right? So this is just a preparation for that. So all of the things we got today was even still like a preamble for when the game for real starts with the merge and the mergatory.
That is so wild that we're saying when the game for real starts and we're at the final 13 now.
But I mean that's kind of how that's how kind of Survivor is, right? You the game really starts when it gets to the individual game, because when you're doing like this team stuff, and this is one thing really in the new era, your group was a part of this. A lot of the new era people are a part of this. It's a lot of like team, go tribe strong stuff. And then you hit merge, and some people that are tribe strong are the ones that go home first, because the people that are self-interested are like, yeah, tribe strong until it's time for me to be strong enough to get rid of this tribe.
Yeah.
And then it's they take out those people first. And so we're still getting people that are still tribe strong right now, and they're all always seems to be nowadays dedicated to their initial tribe, even though all it is just people that the producers put you with on day one, it's not people you actually like clicked with. It's just people
No,
that
you're
the,
thinking.
the
You're
producers put
thinking.
you
It.
with.
No, you're thinking too much about it. Don't think about it like that. No, it's fate that put all these people together.
It's not the producers. It's fate. It's
If we
fate.
got it better my tribe instead of Savannah, it's fate.
Like, that,
It's not the producers had anything to do with this.
but that's why it's so funny to me because it's like when you look at it, Rizzo and Savannah probably would never be working together for real. Savannah's much more inclined to work with Sophie on a regular basis.
Yeah, I can
But
see that.
in in any other world, she's like, gotta be tribe strong. I'm with RIZGOD and I'm with Nate. Those are my people. We're waiting to get back with Shannon, and we're gonna run this. We're gonna run this town tonight. And it's like, but why though? Because the producers put you four together
I
on
mean,
day one. Like that's why.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, they've
yeah.
been together for a week now. They've won together. Like they have their alliance. They have no reason to not like think that each other would flip. Like they've been very open with each other about all their advantages and like sharing them with each other. They literally dug up Rizzo's advantage for him, which was wild. If you look at
Right.
that, like
That was
Right.
wild, yeah.
And but that's the thing though, like they have now had like shared things together, but like I would never really click with Rizzo if I'm Savannah. That's not someone I would naturally click with. Sophie is someone I would naturally want to work with. When we watched Australia versus the world,
mm-hmm.
we watched Parvati talk about Sari being her survivor's soulmate. And Sari say the same thing about Parv. And
Mhm.
they played that game together. They played Micronesia together, and they just are simpatico, right? They just
Mhm.
click, and they're
And
in
how did those
lockstep.
businesses come out?
Yeah, and it just works because they feel each other and they
It works
vibe.
better for one of them than the other, though.
I mean,
You
it
know?
has, but that's because of Cerie's own shortcomings and challenges, and that's unfortunate.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, I've never
it's
understood how you can be the best player to not win, but you weren't ever really that proficient in challenges. That always did confuse me. Like she's a great social player and probably the best social
yeah,
player to never win. But all around player, you
yes.
can't say that if she like challenges are half the game. So like you
Well,
can't.
because well, challenges aren't half the game. They're now half the game. But before it used to be just strategy was enough. But now that you have to like make a final four fire making
Yeah,
that
that's a
makes it
challenge in
harder,
its own.
right?
You know, that's what I'm saying.
But,
Like,
but like legitimately that makes it harder. But the two of them just are in sync, right? And Savannah would naturally be more in sync with somebody else. But
yeah,
because we woke up on this beach together, I'm just locked in with these people. It's crazy to me.
I mean, that goes all the way back to season one, though, doesn't it? With Richard Hatch and who was it? The Toggy Four? Is that what they were called?
Mm-hmm.
With him and Rudy and oh
yeah.
god, this was 100 years ago now.
No,
Oh,
I
And
don't help me.
Sue,
but that's
Sue,
Two.
how it is, Kev. That's how it is. Like you get out there and you click with people that you probably would never run into in real life. Like that's just what
right?
happens. Like me and Genevieve hit it
Yeah.
off. Genevieve's a lawyer. I'm an esports commentator. Our paths would never cross, right? But we hit it off day
Right.
one. Like it just happens out there. Like it's weird when you get stripped of all your outside the world things and it's just you. At that point, it really doesn't matter too much what you did on the outside, like what you do on the outside, because who you are in the game is what really matters, right? Like nobody really knew that Matt was in finance or even like cared really that he was like in you know what I'm saying? Like what his main like job used to be, right? He could have just lied, but then he said finance and they were like, "Oh no, we're scared of you now." But like nothing in the game has given finance manager high up person. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's why I don't think that even Matt saying that was that big of a deal. But like apparently, I mean, it was used against him. Like clearly, Savannah went around and told Juwan, "Hey, look, anyone that gets that high, they have to be a sociopath, right?" Like, so I
Do you
mean,
think she she got anywhere with that? Do you think that was an effective argument?
I mean, it was part of the effective argument. It worked, so it was effective.
Eh?
But I just don't know if it was a swaying vote. I think the main thing was honestly Matt throwing out Nate's name. I think that was the final nail in the coffin. Because even then, you heard Savannah and Rizzo at the very end say like, "Hey, like we both want to do Jason instead of Matt," and they say, "Well, I think it's too late," and then they say, "No, it's not." And that's a very real thing. Like if you're able to very quickly get your other people together, you can change the vote last second. It happens all the time, right? Before you leave for tribal. But the thing is that all it takes is for Nate to be like, no, let's just do with the original plan as you're leaving a tribal. And all right, I guess we're doing the original plan. Like there's very rare times where the vote will change at tribal council because of anything anyone says. Literally everyone has their vote of how they're going to vote stuck in their head. Like it is very rare that you go to tribal truly not knowing who you're going to vote for. Like it is a very rare situation, right? You might have a situation where you get up in the voting booth and you take a while, you sigh, you put your hand in your heads, but you in your head know who you about to vote for. Like you know what what is smartest for your game, right? Like there's very few situations where what someone will say at tribal will sway your vote. So once you're walking to tribal and that vote's decided, the vote's said and done, in my opinion. Like, and I heard that before I went out and played, and after playing, it's very true. It's very true. So, as a whole, because we did get a little bit off topic, we jumped a little bit ahead, but as a whole, I think that when it comes to this new Hina tribe with Rizzo and Savannah and them, I think that they, as a whole, played this about as straight up as they could, right? They have their alliance. They knew who was on the bottom. They brought in the lone wolf that could have maybe made something happen in Sophie, and they ran the vote. I feel like it was a very straight up vote. They even split the vote evenly, like 4-2. Like they even split the votes. So just in case one of them had an idol or a shot in the dark hit, like the other one went home and the votes still outnumbered them. So that was smart as well. So they literally had 5 people or 6 people out of the 7, in my opinion. They knew where the votes were going, and that's all you need. If you know where all the votes are going, you're good to go. You know, they knew that one vote was going to Nate because they knew that Matt was going to be voting him. Sophie, they knew where she was going. They knew where they thought they knew Jason was playing a shot in the dark, right? But he ended up voting for Matt, I believe. He ended up voting for Matt. So so yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that they played this really well. I'll say that the new Hina, it wasn't the most entertaining like episode or lead up to the boot off. It was kind of predictable once Matt threw out Nate's name and Nate was like, "Oh, he's dead to me in the game. Like he's like it's over for him." You know, like I've been there. When someone throws out your name, you want them gone, and if you have the power to make them gone, they're going. Like it's just
solid first episode though, no?
Solid premiere for sure.
But wait, I want to Tarantino it. I want to take it back a little bit.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Sophie's quick assimilation into this group. She gets there. She immediately goes to Savannah and says, "Hey, so I want to tell you the truth. Alex whipped out an idol, and I didn't know it was going to happen. And he played it, and then I didn't know what to do, but I was real close to Jeremiah, but I just had to do what I had to do." And then so Savannah's like, "Girl, I got you. You're with us now." And she goes to Nate and says, "Nate, this is our sister. She's with us now." And Nate says, "We got you, girl." And then Sophie says, "I've just been looking for a home. I'm so happy to have a home." I thought that was fantastic play by her because she not just got into a group. I think she might have like replaced Shannon. I think she like not only got she's not like 5. I think she's like in the group.
Damn. I didn't even think about that because, yeah, Shannon was their original 4th, and Jawan wasn't even a part of their group. So the fact that Jawan was in on the vote, even though he knows he's on the bottom, very interesting situation. Yep. Yeah, Sophie might have definitely, she's ahead of Jawan for sure. I don't know if she's ahead of Nate, Savannah, or Rizzo. She's probably 4th.
Well, because not only that, they get back, right? And the moment they get back, Rizzo says, "Hey, listen, so I got this idol situation. He immediately goes to Sophie and just spills about the thing and says, I got people already on the case. We got to go dig up this thing." And then, as you said, Savannah Savannah says, "Hey, we got to think about Rizzo's idol," and then Juwan's like, "Yeah, his idol." And then she's like, "No, we got to start digging." Oh yeah,
Right?
snaps. We
Yeah.
got to dig right now.
Forgot about the advantage to make sure we have the numbers for the vote. Yeah, I forgot all about that.
And so,
were
the
either
fact
of
they
you
bring her
expecting
right
her
in is
to
crazy.
steal?
What'd you say,
Were
Jay?
either of you expecting her to steal it in that moment?
We're expecting
No,
what?
to steal
Her
it.
to steal
No,
it from
Oh, yeah.
Rizzo?
I mean, after what
I
Sophie did,
wasn't.
I thought that was her soul sister. I thought she was gonna be on the same time. I thought she'd be like, you know what? Let me go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, finesse this one real
And then
quick.
Rizzo's just out of luck, like, oh, can't find the idol, can't no vote, don't
Yeah, because
merge. Like,
I thought that was gonna happen because I mean, since we obviously know that Rizzo and Savannah are on 50, I thought that this could have been a setup to where they're against each other, and now it's like, oh, so they're
mm,
actually rivals. They're not sitting here as a tight duo that's gonna play the whole game together and then go play another season together, right? I thought, okay, maybe this is where Savannah will turn on Rizzo a little bit and hide it from him, make sure he doesn't have his vote. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that. But no,
mm,
no, that's not what happened. And that's the other thing. Like, what would happen, like, if she did follow through with it, go out to the ocean, get the idol, Rizzo still doesn't have a vote. So you just lose your vote
yeah.
for the whole game? Like, that's technically how that would work, unless there's, like,
I think it's
caveats.
still the merge, you know?
It's still what?
That's how it's worked in the past. I think in the past it's worked
It's never
that you
happened
lose your vote.
before. Where someone
Yeah,
Well,
loses
no
their
one's
vote for
stolen
the
the
whole
thing.
game. Yeah, no one's ever stolen it when they could lose their vote. Like people have tried. Like saw Sophie try to hinder someone from getting it, right? But we've never seen someone actually steal someone's vote, like do the steps ahead of them and steal it. Like it hasn't happened. There's a lot of opportunities it could have, but it never happened.
Would they
So
allow that?
I mean, I don't see why not. As crazy as it
Because then they would
sounds,
lose their vote.
if you share the information with someone else, yeah, like I don't see why not. If you openly shared it with them, then that's them. Like now, if
yeah,
someone
that's
just randomly goes to the water well and is like, "I'm gonna take a shot in the dark that 1 out of 3 seasons about there's something hidden at the well, so I'm just gonna dig around it just in case," and they just find it, that could be a little bit of interference. I don't know if they would let people skip steps in Beware Advantages because it's never been done. No one's ever
Right.
found the second step before they found the first one. But it could happen. So I don't know. I think that's a producer rule that's way over our pay grade. So I don't think that's even something to really think about until it happens. I guess we'll cross that bridge if it ever comes to it, you know. But on the new Hina, to roll it back a little bit, we have Rizzo and Savannah laughing at the old Hina for winning hammocks the day before and now not having them.
And they said not only is it great to be in hammocks, it's great to be in Hina's hammocks. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah, this was
that was great.
this was definitely a funny moment for sure. But it definitely shows like, and I'm kind of surprised they're showing Savannah as a very ruthless player. Like they're not showing her as this, you know, mermaid dragon. Like they like you know what I'm saying? Like they're not showing her as that. They're showing her as a cutthroat person pre-merge, and I can respect that. You know, I rock with people that like to play hard, obviously, and you know, Savannah's definitely doing that, and she's playing hard for her alliance. Like she said, guys, like what are we doing? We need to dig right now. Like you said, like her urgency is on another level. So, I can appreciate that as somebody else that likes people that play hard. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Yeah, I'm so far.
yeah, and then we get Sage
I
talking
like it
about
too.
keeping blackheads to her new group.
Okay, so the Keeley tribe, right? This tribe was an interesting situation because Sage and Shannon, being from the old tribe and then trying to ingratiate themselves to the old Hina people, was just the most interesting thing. Because Sage has this like mystical thing going on. And they're like, cool. But then Shannon has the God thing going on that she really dug into.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. At this point, personally, I was over it. Like I was very much over it. Like I would have said something to her out there. Like I would have been like, "Hey, look." like we gotta cut this out, bro. Like I'm sorry.
Look,
I'm a
look,
Christian.
hey.
I believe in God, but this is over the deep end. Like we're playing Survivor. Like what are we doing? Like this isn't. So I mean, but that's me. So you know, I got voted out. So that's probably why. So but I just wouldn't. I wouldn't sit here and deal with that. Like if I was really getting sick of it and it was actually getting to the point where it was annoying me, like it clearly is with them, like I would let her know. Like or I just wouldn't participate. But, I'd go look for an idol or something. But that's just me.
I did love the fact that we got a new tribe, still no Sophie. But that's just interesting. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I just thought that was interesting. No
Yeah.
Sophie with the E. New tribe, still no Sophie with an E.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Um
Invisible. Purple edit.
yeah, so we see Savannah sowing the seeds against Matt because he's a person in finance. Then we go back over to the Keller tribe. Christina tells Shannon that she is not going to be the next one going home, right? Just giving her a little bit more comfort. I thought that was spelling Shannon to go home this episode. Well, I'm not
well
going to
I,
lie.
I
I
feel
was
like
like,
the God stuff. It was the God stuff hitting her. She was like, okay, I like what you're saying. Sage over here doing some voodoo magic. We gotta get her up out of here.
yeah, yeah. But
That was it.
yeah. And then it shows
We
Christina's backstory. I think this is the first backstory of the season.
oh,
It
this
was.
was
It was.
brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Devastating.
Christina shared the backstory about her mom passing from, I believe it was alcohol and pill addiction. And that's
Mm-hmm.
just tough, man. And like you see Christina talking about how she lost her best friend that day, and that's just tough. I know that God forbid the day that happens, like it's gonna be train wreck for me, right? So like I can only imagine like what it's like to go through that, like as someone that hasn't went through that personally. Like I couldn't imagine. So for her to share that and be so open about it, I can appreciate that. This definitely isn't the type of sob story that I'm gonna sit here and poke fun at or make fun of because
Mm-hmm.
this is a real sob story right here. This one sucks.
Mm-hmm.
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 This isn't like, oh, I haven't
And I,
eaten
I appreciate her sharing it.
a chicken wing in 2 years. Like this isn't this isn't that type of a sob. This is a real sob story.
I appreciate her sharing it too. That was real big, and that was definitely helped some people out there that have had some similar things happen in their life. So that's really good.
Yeah. And then
I appreciated that she let us know that she's actually really close with her mother too. That was nice. That was a nice moment.
I don't even remember that.
Mm-hmm.
What did Shannon say about her mom? She just said she's close with her mom too.
Yeah, she was like trying to be comforting. I'm
Oh,
also really
okay.
close with mine, so I get it.
Got you.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Right. Yeah, that was interesting. But then we get Shannon being way too kumbaya, to whatever you want to call it, to at one with nature-y. Like she seemed like Banu in Shannon's body.
Oh my god.
Am I
Do you think
wrong?
Shannon's gonna curse God when things don't go her way?
She's gonna curse God. I mean, you saw the TikTok that she came out with, where she's like, "I'm putting away all
No,
my."
I don't think I did.
Yeah, she went kind of viral on TikTok this past week for throwing away all of her voodoo stuff, I guess, and she's a full blown Christian now and believing in God and stuff. So all the stuff on the island she was talking about, she don't even believe in anymore. So
Mm.
I think that's pretty interesting because now she has to watch that back and see herself do a bunch of things she doesn't even believe in.
Wait, Shannon or Sage?
Shannon. Shannon is the one with the kumbaya. That's
No, no, no. I
Shannon.
think that was Sage.
No, Sage was my alternate. Sage is the one that was talking about the blackheads. That's Sage. Shannon was the one that everyone was getting annoyed with. The one that Steven originally wanted to work with. Yeah. See, this is why they got to show these tribes more, man. That's why they got to. So yeah, Shannon was definitely because she was the fourth. Remember, she was the fourth in the Uli
Yeah,
four.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
But
she
Sage was the one that was like talking about stuff
was
earlier.
talking about
I don't know.
blackheads. She was talking about keeping blackheads and
Yeah.
keeping warts or whatever.
That is stuff.
That is stuff, but it's not spiritual. It's
Yeah, you don't know that. She could pray over her blackheads.
oh my gosh. All right, so we head to the immunity challenge. We said we were going to try to keep this, relatively shorter of a podcast. So let's
You
hit
said
the
that.
immunity
I know.
challenge, all right? Yeah. Yeah, we're failing right now. We're failing. But it's okay. It's okay. So Christina brings Sophie's shoe from the Kella Beach that washed up. Thought that was a sweet moment. And then you said what?
That was nice.
Yeah. It was a nice
It was
touching
nice.
moment. And then we get Jeff say, "You're playing for reward as well as immunity." And he unveils a fruit plate at 14.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
somebody was not very happy.
Now, Sophie with an E, the one that has been purpled so far, essentially, she's very ungrateful for the fruit. She says, "Jeff, this is weight loss food, Jeff. This is not something
purpled.
of substance. This isn't right. This isn't what I want. I don't even want this, Jeff. I wanted meat. I wanted beef jerky, like this is the Australian outback. I wanted something else, Jeff. I need substance. I don't need this weight loss food. Bananas and watermelons and cantaloupes. Disgusting."
She was getting her Veruca salt on, you know what I'm saying? She was getting the Veruca salt, and I was like, is this why we don't see her on TV? Did Jeff not like that moment that much that he made sure that got in there and nothing else from her?
Yeah, that was...
I wouldn't be surprised if he was that petty.
I mean, listen, I'm not... All I'm going to say is if you... Like, listen... You can be grateful for something, but also not like it, right? Like, there's tons of birthday gifts that people get when they're growing up that they get, and they ain't really want it, or they ain't really going to use it, but I appreciate it. It's like getting socks, right? Like, this is the equivalent of getting socks on your birthday. Like, yeah, I'm going to use it, but, like, I didn't ask for, like, I would never put that on my Christmas list. Like, like, when you're starving out there on the island in Fiji, like, I think anyone can vouch. Like, yeah, fruits would be cool, but like, give me some actual fish. Like, give me like some meat. Like, give me something else. Like, you know what I'm saying? That I can actually down and will give me back that energy. So I understand what she's saying. But at the end of the day, you got to be grateful for any food because we didn't get any food at our 14. So I don't know why there's randomly food at this one. I'm kind of confused.
It probably felt that because Jake got hit by a snake.
Actually, I take that back. We had the hot dog food reward. We had the hot dog food reward at 14, where you got one hot dog with no condiments.
Like that was less. But
we did a whole challenge in 115-degree weather for a hot dog with no condiment.
I think Sophie would have loved it though.
That's an early season reward.
Sophie would have loved it. That's sustenance.
Yes, Sophie would have loved the hot dog.
Would have loved it.
She would have taken the one hot dog over that whole plate of fruit. And we didn't even see anyone eat the plate of fruit. Like, literally, we did not see the team that won this challenge enjoy the challenge. We just, like, it's just irrelevant. Like, why even have it if they're not even going to show them eating it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the point?
Like, the fish is on the earlier tribe, whoever that was. Where did they get the fish? Who knows? Who cares?
Exactly. Like, literally say, like, all right, here's the reward. It's a jar of cookies. It'll be hidden back at your camp, at the winning camp, when you go back to camp. So that way you know, like, you can find this and keep it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's damn near an advantage out there that you can find now. It's not just, oh, here's some fruit. It's going to be on a plate at your camp. Like, make it interesting. Make it a game, right? It's all a game, so make it a game, too. Like, yeah, y'all want the reward. It's somewhere back there. It's somewhere, you know? But I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just nitpicking at this point. So then... just as Sophie was, you know. So Sophie, ungrateful for the fruit, and then we get to the immunity challenge, and you start off in the water, and immediately they have them dragging these boats across each other to immediately put one team decisively in first place 5 seconds into the challenge. I thought this was respectfully really poor challenge design because, like, it's just going to be whichever team is more bullish is going to get ahead, right? Like, which I don't even know if challenges are ever really supposed to cross paths like that. Like, they don't even do that too often, right? So, like, I thought that was, like, a really weird random aspect that got thrown in there that didn't really make sense.
They do that occasionally, but it is always kind of a disaster. I remember the one in San Juan del Sur,
Not at all.
where at the end, John Rocker and Natalie Anderson had their shouting match. They had to
Oh
like
yes.
crawl structure across each other, and it was a similar disaster. It was just a mess.
Yeah, yeah. And
Like
then
it feels like it could be cool in concept, but it never works out.
yeah, yeah. And then the new Hina with Rizzo, Sophie, Savannah, and them. They get to the beach, and Rizzo and Sophie are still sitting on the boat. I was very confused by this. I don't know if this was a rules thing or what, but Jeff literally is yelling at them saying, "You have this pinned under your boat. Like one of your straps is pinned under the boat." And they're both just still sitting there like they don't have body weight to them.
Hmm.
You know, like it's like you got to lift this boat and they're just sitting in the boat. I don't know if they weren't allowed to leave it, you know, which very easily could have been a caveat of the rules. Like I said, they don't go over all the details of the rules with the player, with the fans or with the whatever, with the audience like they do the players. So that might have been a rules thing, but that was confusing to me. Then we get to the balance part where you have to have one person do it. And MC, probably the most athletic person on this group, MC smokes this part, and Matt, who I'm guessing probably thought he'd be good at this because he, you know, throws luggage and probably carries luggage and balances luggage, things like that. He probably thought he'd be good at this, right? But this is one of those challenges where you just have your best athlete do it. Like this really shouldn't be a question. Like certain things, you just have the person that is the most coordinated, most athletic, has the best balance. You let them do this part of the challenge, right? Like it's just what you do because it gives you such an advantage. Because if you mess up the one single part of the challenge, everyone's not only gonna blame you for it, like they're gonna feel like you're the reason that they lost, but also like that's a lot of pressure, like for a lot of people, right? Like once Matt fell twice, you could see on his face like that worry started to set in, and that's a real thing. And it was just all downhill from there, in my opinion. They really never were able to get it back, honestly.
True.
Yeah, I was trying to
It's true.
think. Like, does lunging luggage around, hurling luggage around, does that require a lot of balance or just like brute strength?
Brute strength or throwing bags.
Yeah,
It's not that big. It's not that big
brute
of a.
strength. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're just checking
I
bags.
know
That's it.
those trolleys or trams for that now.
They drive it around. They chuck bags. They throw them on the thing. They drive them around. That's kind of it.
They're not required to walk through balance beams in airports, which
Yeah.
I think that's progress.
I feel like Matt would have done better as one of the four that had to carry the blocks because that's very similar to what he actually does at his job compared to
Yeah,
the balance
Yeah.
one.
yeah, you
But
would have been great, like lifting people higher
yeah,
at that part.
yeah, that too. Um, so then, long
Hmm.
story short, MC gets up there. MC's an absolute beast, right? Like, I do have some like I'm so confused. Why did they not make two stacks? Like, why was there not just a stack of the big ones, then a stack of the little ones, and then you just hand the stack of the little ones to someone on the shoulders to put it on top of the stack of the big ones? What was so complicated about
I
doing
don't know
that?
why they. I don't know that why they didn't make three stacks.
What?
Andre three stacks. Make the big stack
Yeah,
and then make two stacks. There's 10 little blocks. So make one stack of 5 and then make a second stack of 5. Because then you could lift the second stack of 5 and place on the first stack of 5.
Yep.
And then
That's
you're
what I was
set.
thinking too. Like I would have definitely made more stacks. Now I don't know if there was a rule where you can't, but there's definitely no rule against
yeah.
holding them. So someone definitely could have held those 5 while someone else holds another 5. Someone else holds another 5.
Because near the end, there
Yeah.
was somebody holding like 3 or
And
4 that he was just
this is
wrapping.
this exactly. And this is the other thing. You can literally lift up the bottom of it, right? Like as long as you're careful, you can lift up the bottom and slide blocks underneath and keep it going taller
Yeah,
that way. Like there's multiple ways to do this that neither tribe tried. And I don't know if it was against the rules or what, but that definitely threw me off a little bit. But either way, MC's tribe gets up there, she wins, and the new Hina is going to tribal. So did anything
I did like how they tried several different methods, including shouts to MC not only holding up what's her face on her shoulders.
was it Shannon?
Shannon.
Yeah, putting Shannon on her shoulders, but then keeping Shannon on her shoulders while standing on Alex's back. That's
Hmm.
phenomenal. Phenomenal
And
attempt.
also being the one to be sturdy enough to finish the game, finish the
Yeah.
challenge for them.
You know what it
Yeah.
showed?
Yeah, she was.
It showed balance.
Yeah.
Mm,
Phenomenal. Phenomenal. MC champ.
Yeah.
Champ.
she could get a job at the airport.
She could. Oh man. So that's the last that we see of MC because they're not
Like we
going to
said,
tribal.
tribal. We already went through the tribal. We Matt threw out Nate's name. That was a wrap for him. Jason tried the situation where he said, "I'm going to just use a shot in the dark," and people were like, "Okay, whatever. We're gonna we're gonna split the vote because we don't really care what you do." And then Matt was like, "I could probably just save the shot in the dark if I just vote for." All right, Jason was like, "I could just save the shot in the dark if I just vote for Matt," and then he does.
Yeah, smart move.
I did like at Tribal when Matt was like, I figured it was gonna be between me, Sophie, or Jason, and then Nate immediately was like, "We saw that Sophie was out there like a wounded baby bird, and we took her in." And then Matt was like, "I didn't realize that Sophie had a family, so I guess it was between me and Jason the entire time."
Yep. And this whole time,
And then Sophie's like, "Yeah, I have a family. I have a home." And then they like gave her some hot cocoa and a blanket, and he was like, "Oh, I didn't realize that this was what was happening."
yeah. So Sophie, the way that Sophie got integrated into that group within like I wish I was kidding. You get back from the challenge around like noon. You go to tribal around 5:45. So like what? She had like a good 4.5 hours to work her magic, and she became family in those 4.5 hours. So
Yep.
I mean, I don't
She
know.
had a Harry Potter a Weasley sweater already made for her. It was great.
Oh man. Well, I guess she
We
had
made too many instruments because there's just so many of us. Here, have this one.
Yeah, basically.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, she did have the extra day, I guess, once they dropped their buffs, like to get with her new
Yeah,
group,
but she was. I mean, she was ready. She went right to work and like
Yeah.
got it done. So shouts
yeah,
to her.
yeah. Facts. Big props to Sophie. She definitely is cooking for sure. But yeah, back to like the tribal scramble. Like once Matt threw out Nate's name, that was pretty much it. Like he threw it out to Jawan. Jawan went back and told his Uli group. That's when in my head I was like, okay, it's obviously Matt. Like it's got to be Matt at this point, right? Like just
Yeah.
because, like anytime they show you throwing out someone's name and you're on the bottom, you're probably going home, right? Like just watch my
It
episode.
feels
It's usually a wrap.
If you-
3 or 4 obvious votes in a row. Like I knew as soon as the episode started last week, it was Annie, or not last week, but 2 weeks ago. As soon as Jake was out, I knew it was Jeremiah. I knew it was Jeremiah the week before. He listened to my other podcast. And then I think Nicole was a really obvious first vote. Other than Matt, of course. Matt was a very obvious first vote, and that's why he was out this episode. This was the premiere.
yeah,
I think
Like
it's
I
cool
said-
that Survivor 49 they did a pregame that we got to watch. It's like preseason.
yeah, we literally got a
Mandatory-
preseason to the real season.
Mergatory is going to be fun, and I think the merge is when we're going to really start getting the high gear.
Yep. So Matt gets voted out 4-2-1 over Jason and Nate. The votes ended up getting split. Jason voted against Matt. Things were pretty cut and dry. Who would you give player of the episode to? Kev, I'll let you go first.
Sophie. So wrap. I mean, Sophie did a great job of going from the bottom to integrate it to a new group. Alex is going to end up being on his own when he like gets back. It's like, Sophie, we ready to run this sound? And she's like, I have a family. What are you talking about? It is Sophie. She played the best. She's player of the game.
Okay, Jake. Next person. You can't use new rule. You can't say the same person.
Okay, real quick, Kevin. Which Sophie did you mean?
The only one that was on the screen, my
The
guy.
only one that's on the season, bro. They have made it very clear there's one Sophie on this season. I'm sorry to the other Sophie, but like, blame the show. Like they have made it very clear there's one Sophie standing
The
out.
other Sophie only complained about food, and Jeff didn't like that. Come on.
Hey, maybe that gave her points in your book. I don't
No,
know.
no.
I got to go with MC. She really pulled it out in that challenge, and that was a close challenge. They probably would have lost if she hadn't come through in the end.
Yep.
So I'm going MC.
Still has her idol in the pocket as well. I would go with Rizgod. Rizgod. He's got to stop saying that. But yeah, I got Rizzo. Yeah, I'll call him Rizgod once if he ever gets to the end of the game. Then I'll call him Rizgod. But like if he gets voted out eighth place or something,
he got an idol.
Yeah.
He got an idol. Rizgod. He got an idol.
Yeah. So Rizzo, I think that he's set himself up great in this situation. I mean, he literally has people digging up his advantages for him and getting the next part of his clue. Like,
yeah.
Anytime you can have that is a dream alliance member right there. If you come back, oh, you did this for me and you handed it to me immediately, like wow, like couldn't imagine doing that. Like how do you like there's a huge difference when you tell your alliance member and then they do something outlandish with that information. A la my season, right? If you remember correctly. It's a lot different when you tell your alliance member and they actually want to and are like helpful. You know what I'm saying? And like wanting to work with you and like not like whatever you want to call doing anything else, like it's nice to have that as an alliance. So I would say that Rizzo did an amazing job of creating a strong enough alliance.
The fact that Rizzo is walking down, Nate meets him on the trail and says, "Hey man, got the clue for you." And he says, "Oh, bet. Did you read it?" And he's like, "Yeah. You got to go to the ocean. It's right over there." He puts it in his pants. Says, "I know right where to go." Yep. He daps him up and heads right to the water. Yep. Like that is it was like a drug deal, and then he goes right to the water to go get it done.
Right.
Like, it was crazy.
Yeah. No,
have we done this already? Could we start another new segment here at the end of the show where we do winner picks? Because I got a winner pick finally.
Okay.
I mean,
who you got?
I'm feeling Savannah.
Okay.
I feel like most people have Savannah as their winner pick.
Yeah, I got Savannah too.
Well, excuse me. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that everybody thinks Savannah.
I mean, for some reason, I have Savannah and Rizzo as my winner picks. I don't know why.
I have Savannah. The reason I have Savannah, not even because like she's rumored to be on 50, but the main reason is because she's had like the most confessionals.
She's had a bunch
and
of
she's definitely dictating
airtime.
the story.
She's had a bunch of pointless
airtime.
Yeah,
she's dictating the story.
Yeah, anytime you have pointless airtime, you're definitely like making it far. So like
and we're watching Sophie like make moves, but she's not dictating the story.
Yep.
Savannah's dictating the story, and like Rom just said, she's had like pointless airtime, but she's dictating the story that I feel like she wins the game. I think that's going to be important later, and it's going to explain how she won the game.
Yeah, all of Sophie's airtime has been necessary. Like even this episode when she had to explain how she was going to incorporate herself and then did it. That way it wasn't so confusing at Tribal when they're like, she's part of the family. Like they had to show how she did it. So like with her, it matters. With Savannah, literally aside from like showing her throwing out Matt's name and then Matt going home late, like there's just a lot of like
we saw Savannah talk about Joanne being on the bottom, and he was. She literally said that.
Mm-hmm.
She said Joanne came and told us that Matt threw out Nate's name because he thinks he's on the bottom, and he is. Like that was like irrelevant, but like they made sure they like got that in there.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, well, let's go to do we want / think they will play again with Matt? Jake, I'll let you go first.
Nah.
Damn.
Do I want to see Matt again? No. I know everybody thinks his hair is great. It's kind of a
great
beef of mine, but we don't need to talk about that. And do I think he'll be back? Yeah, I think he'll be back. I think they'll want Gabler back, and his price tag will be too high or something, and they'll get Matt from the airport to come back.
Really? Okay, interesting.
Yeah. I think Matt's a new Gabler. I think I think they were hoping for a similar type character with him.
Well, once he said he was in finance, I mean,
There you, there you go.
all right. Nate. Sorry, Nate. Sorry, Kevin. What about you, man?
Nah. I mean, I don't. He's a very nice guy, but he didn't really do much for me. He seemed like a very obvious first boot if his tribe had gone first, and
This was
he, yeah, and this is his premiere, yeah, and he didn't really give me much going here, so nah.
Yeah, for me, how I see it,
yeah.
if you go home at your first tribal council, I'm good. Like I don't have a reason to see you again. That just goes
Unless you're
for anyone. Like literally, like doesn't really matter if your first tribal's at the merge and the mergatory. Like if you go home at the your very first tribal, I don't need to see you again. Like that's just how I feel. Um,
How can you say that when Francisco was your favorite character contestant?
when did I've never said that. She definitely wasn't.
You love Francisco. You're always saying, "I love Francisco. I wish she was
No,
on
I
every
think the
season." They got
storyline is hilarious, but no, I'm not a fan of Francesca as the player. No, I feel like she made the same mistake twice, so I don't know how you could do that.
I can see.
Believe in Philip.
I mean, she
I
was
think,
with him both times, so like, you can't. That is pretty crazy. Like,
I always forget about that.
oh man,
Yeah, I feel like Matt's only move was being able to make fire after everybody else already failed, and he's
damn.
already done that. So it feels like his story's kind of over on the game of Survivor. I don't know. Maybe he'll come back and have like a Kelly Wentworth type season, but I very seriously doubt that.
If there's a season of Golden Survivor, bring Matt back. But aside from that,
Uh, I would love the Golden Survivor
I
season.
would
I am
too.
praying for Kevin.
I would love to host Golden Survivor. I'd love for it to just be its own show. That'd be fun.
Yeah, why not?
Just get a bunch of 55 plus year olds out there. I don't even know how old Matt is. Sorry if you're not 55. My bad. But like, just get a bunch of 55 plus year
We
olds
can
out there.
we can just say 50 plus for Survivor because it's a harder game than The Bachelor or whatever. I think you have to be 60 on that show.
What's the senior citizen?
I think 60.
60?
Well, I mean, I run by like diner rules.
Okay, so I mean, we can get what? We can get like Troy's in. We can get like Rupert. We can get. We could have a little season.
This thing says
Have a
Matt's
little-
52.
Oh, Matt's 52. Okay, well, yeah. Sorry, apologies, Matt. 50? Really?
Yeah,
Damn. All right.
sounds right. I feel like I remember seeing that.
Damn.
Coach, is Coach over 50 yet?
Yeah, he's got it. Yeah.
What about Rudy
Benjamin.
from season 1?
Wow.
Or maybe
R.I.P.
I'll-
R.I.P.
He's dead, man.
Damn.
Damn.
Now I want to
Damn.
like look up a contestant over 50. Oh, there's got to be plenty at this point, right?
But I think they could do like a 50 plus season. That'd be kind of lit. So if they do,
Coach 54.
sure, bring Matt back. But yeah, no, I think I'm good on him. Let's move to the next topic. Hero, villain, or neutral? What was Matt to you?
Neutral.
I would say the heroic side of neutral. He didn't really do anything villainous, did he?
No.
He like made fire for them, and then we all moved on.
Yeah, that's kind of it.
Bro, am I crazy that like this might sound like a wild thing? I would hate to look back on my time on Survivor and that's it. Like, am I tripping for that? Like, that would suck, bro. Like, to look back on your time on Survivor and that's all it was, really, is you made fire for a tribe and then you went to your first tribal, you got voted out. Like,
Yeah.
but that's all you did. Essentially, like, that's all that was shown. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if he did more, but that's all that was shown. We don't know if he caught the fish. We don't know, like, that's all that was shown. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would suck, honestly. That's why, like, I'll always tell people that are going out there to play the game, play it hard because you don't want to regret your time out there. Like, I'll never watch my season back and regret all the things I did, right? Like, I'll never, ever regret it. I'll never regret going out and catching fish. I'll never regret trying to be in every challenge. I'll never regret, not getting a single piece on the puzzle. Like, I'm not going to regret any of that, right?
The well.
Hey, I don't regret any of it. It was all part of the experience, you know.
I feel
I
you
don't regret any of it. What rating would you guys give this episode out of 10?
though.
Out of 10, ooh, that's better because that gives me more numbers to
6.7.
work with. Yeah, I was
6.7.
gonna say like 7 or so. Like it wasn't bad. It wasn't like exciting though. Like I said before, it was pretty clear from pretty early on that Matt was the one to go. As soon as somebody said his name, it was like, oh, that's it.
Yeah, I guess I'll give it a 6. Like this episode, I was literally ready to go to tribal after Jeff said, like, after the tribes got sorted of like who's on what tribe. Like I was literally like all this camp life doesn't need, like the fact we were going back and forth between the two tribes, and I knew that only one tribe was going to tribal. I was like, one of these storylines is completely bogus right now. Like it's just irrelevant, and that's what ended up happening. So I felt like it was just a drawn out 90-minute episode. It didn't feel like it needed to be 90 minutes. This is one of those that didn't feel like it needed to be. Some do feel like you need the full
Yeah,
90 minutes to like get all the details, but this one really didn't feel like it needed to be. I'd say a 6. I'd say the last episode with the snake bite and all that, the drama of someone potentially dying, that was an 8. That was an 8 or a 9. You know what I'm saying? That was cinema.
yeah,
Th-
that was a wild episode. I'm still thinking about that one.
yeah,
Yeah, this one was not cinema.
yeah. And the fact that this episode and that episode were the exact same length, that's
It doesn't feel like it.
it doesn't feel like it at all. At all. This episode felt like it was a full 2 hours. I'm not gonna lie. Like it felt like a
This
long
felt like a
time.
drag
Yes.
versus last week's episode, where it was like, oh, we're 30 minutes in. It feels like it's been 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. It was definitely a lot faster paced of an episode. So yeah, I'll give this one a 6. But then next time on
Yeah.
Survivor, let's see, we've got
Mhm.
still 2 tribes potentially. They didn't really give us much. They just showed like each tribe like having their own qualms, right? Like each new tribe of what, 7 and 6 now. They showed
Mhm.
like just a little bit of back and forth. So we don't know if there is going to be a mergatory. We don't know if that was like the pre-mergatory clips. We don't know if that was like after the immunity challenge, because people were already talking about Sage going home and, you know, Shannon wanting to get Sage out, things like that. But like I said, we don't know if that was pre-immunity challenge. We don't know if there's going to be a mergatory, because usually in the new era at 13 there's always a mergatory. So if there's just no mergatory, like I wish
We just want to have a regular
it,
merge.
no, it's just like no, mergatory is like where there's 2 groups competing. Like I'm saying, like a normal merge is
Yeah,
all individual immunity challenges, right? Like it's like where it's just straight individual and then like 2 people win it, right? Like if it's that, that's not even a mergatory. Like if we just got rid of the mergatory, like that's lit. Like that's dope. Like I like that. I can rock with that. Um but at the same
Just
time,
another classic Survivor fake out. Let's go.
yeah, at the same time, it's like I thought the mergatory was a staple of the new era. So if we're just randomly getting rid of it for the last season of the new era, right before 50, that would like I don't
that's a
even.
good point.
Yeah, like that would be like, come on, this like season 49 got 2 tribes, even for a little bit. They got 2 tribes, and they don't have a mergatory. Like, oh man, like this is setup wise like a much better
Classic
season.
Survivor fake out. You heard Jeff.
Yeah, we definitely got faked out. So, but yeah, that was episode 4. It was an interesting episode to say the least. I think we did a lot better on time this time. But one more thing that I wanted to talk about around the community, something that was kind of the scuttlebutt this week, was Sophie versus Sophie Clark versus Drop Your Buffs.
What are you saying?
So Sophie Clark, right?
Yes.
Of course,
Winner.
The winner, yeah. So
it's
Sophie
Jacksonville
Clark
winner.
went on a podcast, Drop Your Butt. Now, I didn't listen to the podcast. I didn't go through the details. I just got the gist from like Reddit and things like that. Sophie Clark went on Drop Your Buffs and essentially was like not talking down on the new era, but just pointing out the things that that aren't great about it, right? And Sophie from the Blue Tribe, from Kella, Sophie B, right?
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
okay, Sophie from the Blue Tribe of 49. God, I hate why is there two Sophies?
You brought this up. Go with it.
Sophie from the Blue Tribe of 49. She made a alternate account, not her own account. It's called Torch Snuffer. She made an alternate account and essentially commented underneath.
Bellardi.
Yeah,
Sophie Bellardi.
Bellardi, yes. Yeah, she commented under the Drop Your Buffs Instagram account that Sophie went on. She commented under one of the
So
posts.
she made a burner.
Yeah, she made a burner account, and she commented under the post. She was like, hey, something, like, if some bitter ex-player wants to talk about da-da-da. Essentially called Sophie Clark a bitter ex-player.
Okay.
Yeah. Better. Okay.
Long story short, they figured out who it was. There's a lot of proof as to how it got back to being Sophie B. Like, it was something that you can't really deny. Like, Instagram has this thing where, like, if you search up the name and things like that, or try to log in with the username, then it'll show the last 4 digits of a phone number, and those 4 digits of the phone number match Sophie's.
They figured it out.
So they figured it out, right?
So Bellardi made a burner.
Yeah, so
and
she made a burner.
claimed Sophie Clark.
Yes, and claimed Sophie Clark was a bitter ex-player, right? Now, on the podcast, from what everyone has said, I haven't listened to it, but from what everyone said, Sophie wasn't being bitter. She was just pointing out flaws in the new era, right? And I think Sophie B is taking it personal because on this Torch Snuffer account, they have notoriously been, backing up season 49 and, coming at any haters, things like that, because it's their season. So, Sophie Bellardi then put Torch Snuffer in her Instagram bio. She put, first thing right under her name. I love it.
Owned it.
Yeah, owned it. Fully owned
it.
Yeah, fully owned it. Essentially, like, said it without saying it, like, pretty much like, you got me, and yeah, essentially Drop Your Buffs did about an hour and a half long podcast just thrashing Sophie B, essentially clowning her for it, and I didn't understand that. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, I see two sides to this, right? Like, I see it from the player side where, yeah, don't talk trash about my season for absolutely no reason, right? Like, if you're like, I have no reason, but also I understand, like Sophie Clark isn't being a bitter ex-player, right? I don't think there's any winners that are bitter ex-players, respectfully. Like, I don't think anyone that has that $1 million check is a bitter ex-player. Like, not one, right? So I don't think that Sophie Clark is a bitter ex-player. I think that she's just pointing out the flaws in the new era, right? So I can understand it from their point of view. I can understand it from the Drop Your Buffs point of view as, oh, I don't want someone commenting under my thing trying to paint a narrative when it's really them, like, say it as yourself. I understand their point of view, but I also understand Sophie not being able to say everything under her account that she wants to say or feels like she wants to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, being able to clap back at fans, things like that, like, from your own account, right? Like, it's much harder. You get much more backlash doing it from your own account. So I can understand that as well. So I understand all sides, but I don't really think Sophie did anything wrong. Now, if Sophie was on this fake account, if she was on it trashing her season, if she was on it talking down on people on her season, on her tribe, if she was talking down on the people that wanted to vote her out on this burner account, then that would be an issue to me. But I don't really see an issue with anything Sophie really did in defending her season, even though it was on a burner account. So, Jake, I want to hear your thoughts on this situation.
I think Sophie, 49 Sophie, is trying.
Which one?
Start a beef. Whichever one you've been talking about. This happens all the time on the challenge, right? People try to start beef on Twitter to, like, get cast on future seasons with each other. So you do, like, rivals type seasons all the time, or you're part of this year rivals. They start fights on Twitter and Instagram and all that. This feels like that, but they're going to be on Survivor's same names as partners, I guess, in a future season, and that's that can be. I think that can be your only move because, like, this is embarrassing. Who cares? Let people talk about your season while it's airing. And, like, here's my take: social media's destroyed society. Has anybody said that?
Many people have said that. but you
Oh,
are
interesting.
correct in a way.
I thought I was blowing minds here with that.
No, no, no. Do you think Sophie is wrong for what she did? I think that's the big question here.
I don't. I guess I don't think she's wrong. It's just corny.
Okay. All right, that's fair. Kevin, what's your take on it?
One of the of our generation famously has flamed people from his burner account. Kevin Durant has famously attacked people from his burner when he was on the Thunder, when he left the Thunder to go to the Warriors, when he went to the Nets from the Warriors. Kevin Durant is a notorious user of several different burner accounts to get his point across and to defend his own actions. If Sophie had a burner to defend her season, I get it. I respect it. And you said that the info that people were able to find shows that she's been backing her season the whole time. That's respect. I stand with Sophie Ballerdi, whatever however you pronounce her last name.
Mm-hmm.
My apologies, Sophie.
Sophie Blue.
Don't that burner. I expect to see it in the comments. I expect
Yes.
to see that burner in the comments.
Torch Snuffer.
I stand with you. Now is Sophie Clark being bitter? I don't believe so, but I do think old players do have like some kind of feelings about the new players, but they're playing a different. The games has changed.
Oh yeah, this is a completely different
different.
game. This is a way
The
different game.
game's different, y'all. And they're
Well,
and Sophie.
Sorry, Kevin, to interrupt. Continue.
Yeah, this is an ISO. I'm running an ISO right here. Sophie, let Sophie play the game that she's playing in front of her. Right? They're playing the game as it is right now. So if the older players don't like how it is what it is. It's not the game. It's not their mama's game no more. Right? This is a different game, and they're playing the game that they have right now. And it's not just that. Sophie's playing the hell out of it, as we just talked about right here. So if she feels like she needs to go defend herself, I respect it. And so if the Drop Your Buffs felt like they needed to come out there and blame and burn Sophie for having a burner, sure, but I get it and I respect it and I stand with Sophie. Sophie B.
I'm with the Torch Snuffer, man. I'm with the Torch Snuffer. Clap back at all these fools, man. You know what I'm saying? People talking crap
back.
People talking crap about your season, talking crap about you, man. Clap back at them, man. Who cares? Like, have a good time, have fun. Why not? Like you said, Kevin Durant does it. We all love Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? We think it's hilarious when he does it. So like, why not? You know, what I'm saying?
Ain't no fun when a rabbit got the gun. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Don't be crying when people dish it back. You know what I'm saying? Especially in a respectful way. You know, so yeah, it's definitely a situation where I'm with the Torch Snuffer personally. So Sophie, I got your back. You know what I'm saying? I think Jake's the only one that feels a little bit indifferent about it.
I want to go on record and say I support each and every Sophie that's ever played Survivor, and even those who haven't.
Because we know there's going to be more at this point. We know.
Yeah,
there's at least 3. We just named 3.
Actually, I heard they're flying in a replacement for Jake, and it's actually a third Sophie.
But it's Sophie with a Y. Sophie with a Y. Oh man, yeah. I think this is probably the last time we'll ever see 2 people with the same name on a season, and I'm probably knocking on wood saying that. Like it'll probably happen next season, give or take. Like you know what I'm saying, but who knows?
Yeah, let's see.
I feel like if they both end up making it decently far, like I can't wait for one of them to get voted out, just because that vote is going to be hilarious. Like Sophie, which one? Like if I was that Sophie, I'd be playing it off. I'd be like, I don't go by that. I don't go by Sophie. I go by Sophia. I go like I'm just playing it out.
No, but legit, I think both of their like legal names are Sophia, and they both go by Sophie.
It is
so funny.
It is.
They're just gonna have to go by their last names.
Yeah, I mean they could. I mean Sophie
could
have did it,
and Ballerdi
and it's a gritty. It's a gritty.
It's a gritty.
Hey.
I'm voting
for gritty.
Get it. How do you spell that? Nah, don't even tell me. I'm not worried about it. All right. So I appreciate all of
GR.
you guys. Oh yeah. Also,
GR.
we do have the confessional counts as well. I dropped that in the pod only chat if you guys want to look at that while I'm going
Oh,
over it
okay.
real quick, just to see what stands out. And I think the biggest thing that stands out is Savannah finally going to tribal, and she gets a monstrous 12 confessionals.
It did feel like her episode.
By far and away the most confessionals on this episode.
Yep.
Yeah, easily.
And she is
Rizzo
now
had a lot of force.
She's now in third place overall for confessionals at 25.
And as you see, Sophie with the knee got a whopping 1. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just like
4 for the season. 4 for the season.
Wow. Yeah, Sophie, 4 for the season is crazy. I'm not going to lie. That's so sad. Like, I'm seeing 4, 5, 5. Like, Christina, Jason. Like, Jason damn near went home and he had 1 confessional. Like, that was kind of how I knew it wasn't him and it was Matt, because, like, Matt was the only one actually getting the confessionals. Like, you never go home and don't get confessionals. So the fact that Jason didn't get any, he got 1.
Yeah.
I mean, oh, God, this is awful. Like, look at how top-heavy this edit is. Like, this is Sophie B., Alex, Savannah, and Rizzo. They are the top 4, clearly, like, that's left in the game.
Yeah.
Like, no one else is even close.
No one.
Like, the next closest person is 10 behind, and that's Jawan.
Yeah.
And Jeremiah. Like, that's...
And all his was early.
Yeah, Jeremiah's gone. So that's Jawan. Like, that's it. Like, he's the only one.
Yeah.
So...
And all his was early.
Yep.
The last 2 episodes, he's been ghost.
Back-to-back ones. So, this... Based off this confessional count, which I'll have on the board for you guys to look at, or on the video, there are 4 power players, in my opinion, so far in this season, and they are the 4 people with the most confessionals. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Now, I'm surprised MC only has 8,
on...
because she definitely feels like a power player to me right now.
Yeah, I think post-merge, she might be more of a feature. Update on the people having the same name in next season. The closest we got is Jenna and Genevieve. So I think we're safe from that.
Oh, I didn't...
In Survivor 50.
Oh, in 50. Okay, yeah, I was more thinking of 51. I was thinking like the next newbie season, yeah.
Oh, I don't think that's been announced yet, has it?
No. But if anyone listening is getting ready to go out on 51, well, not getting ready, it's I guess in like 6 months. But if you're getting ready, if you're going through casting or whatever, because I know they're probably calling people around now or whatever. If you're going through casting, if someone else is on your season with the same name, go by your last name or something else, please. Like, let this be a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a cool last name, use it, right? You use your last name, you go far, or you're a legend like Jelinski. One of the two, right?
I've heard his name several times.
Yeah, he's had several mentions.
Yes, several for sure. Oh man. But all right, seriously, thank you guys all for listening, every single one of you that have tuned in, especially listened to this thing the whole way through. Our last podcast did hit over 100 views. So props to everyone that, tuned in and listened to that. Even with the audio issues, still were able to cross that threshold. So, hopefully we'll be able to do the same thing here and keep this thing going. And yeah, thank you guys so much. You guys can find us. You can find me on Twitter at Rome the Host and on Instagram at Rome the Host. Jake, where can they find you at?
Yeah, if you want to listen to another podcast to do about Survivor with my best friend since childhood, it's called the Compassionate Haters Survivor Podcast. You can find it on YouTube or wherever else you find your podcast.
You can find me at KG Fury on all social media platforms. I do be on Threads a lot, though, so find me over there. KG Fury, yeah.
All right. And also, guys, you guys can join the Discord. We do have a Discord. I think we had like 1 or 2 people pop in so far. So yeah, you guys can hop in the Discord, and we're just going to slowly be making this little community in here. If you guys want to be a part of it, if you want to ask any questions, if you guys have questions for the pod, you can drop them in the Discord as well. And yeah, we are here for your listening needs, right? There we go. So, we're gonna keep this ball rolling, and it's been fun potting with you guys each week so far, and we're gonna keep this thing going, man. So I appreciate all you guys listening again, and we'll see you guys for week 5.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.